Do you remember that game mode that Visceral Games haven't detailed yet? The one that everybody was trying to guess what it was? Well, it's finally been announced. It's called Crosshair, and it's heavily focused on infantry combat. In the last couple of games within the Battlefield series, I think a lot of people can argue that not a huge amount of emphasis has been put on team play. Sure, there are things in there that encourage you to do it, but there haven't been game modes that really gear you to playing in a team or a squad. Well, I don't think many people can argue that with Crosshair, that is exactly what Visceral are trying to do. You need to play as a team in this game mode, and you need to stick together. Let's get the basics out of the way here. 5v5 competitive game mode. That's the second one now that's been revealed for Hardline, along with Hostage, or Rescue as it's called. And there's going to be a round limit of 3 minutes here, so you've got to get moving fast with your team. And to add to the already tight situation that you find yourself in, you only get one life. That means you get taken out, you're down on the ground, you don't get to respawn, and you cannot help your team anymore. If you're the VIP and you get taken out, the round's over. Something else that's worth noting is that Visceral are pitting this as an infantry game mode. You're not going to have access to vehicles, you're not going to have access to, let's say, a chopper or something like that. This is fully infantry gameplay. You've got to rely on your aim and your gadgets alone. Now, I count myself as one of the lucky ones when I can say that I have already played this game mode, and I was fairly impressed by it. I mean, if you're in the zone with the rest of your team and you're communicating with the people that are on your side, it can be a really, really good game mode. The idea basically is just to get yourself there as quick as possible, as close to the extraction point as you can. But you don't want to go making too much noise, because if you start shooting, you light yourself up on the minimap, and people swarm you extremely quickly. Because it is 5v5, you're looking at close quarters battlegrounds as well, so you might fire your weapon where you think you're safe. There could be somebody just round the corner that just sweeps around and takes you out. But it doesn't seem that the stealth mode is going to be the only way to play this mode. You can go all guns blazing if you really want to. It seems as the VIP, you're going to have sight of heavy weapon locations. You can lead the rest of your team there if you want to, and they can gear up with something much heavier than they would be able to equip from the loadout screen. In Hardline, the Enforcer class, which basically represents the support class for people who don't know what the Enforcer class is, you don't get access to LMGs anymore. Hardline doesn't support that. Visceral didn't really think it worked with the setting, but you can pick up those heavy weapons from these random locations, and that changes the game mode completely, because you could go extremely loud and try and draw attention away from the VIP while he tries to sneak around somewhere that he knows people aren't going to be. So it looks as if really you do have to move fast, and that's the key to this game mode, or at least it's pitted that way. And as I said, I have had a chance to give this a go, and from what I've played, if you sit at the back of the map for the first 2 minutes of the game, you're going to have very little chance to get yourself to the extraction point. If you're going to sit there and not kill anybody for the first couple of minutes of the round, then again, you're going to have a fight to the finish, and you're going to find it extremely difficult to win the round for your team. And what I really liked about the game mode is that it does put a massive emphasis on team play. Because it's such a tense situation and you've got to move extremely quickly, you don't want to give the wrong information to somebody who's on your team. You want to make sure that somebody's backing you up, somebody's taking a different route to you to try and draw away fire while you go a different route instead, and hopefully you can get yourself through. It really is about communication, this game mode. And as I said already, if you don't do it quickly, then you're going to get shot. Just to tack on the end, I know that the main objective is for the VIP to get to the extraction point, but if you do kill all the criminals on the map, of course it's just a free walk for you to get to the extraction zone, so you win the round after you kill the last criminal. And as I've said already, if you're the criminal and you kill the VIP, the round is yours for the taking. So there we have it, the final game mode for Battlefield Hardline is another competitive one. And I'm really excited about that. I've never really got involved in competitive gameplay, but having played the 2 game modes now that will be competitive within Hardline, I have to say that I'm really excited to actually give them a go when the game finally goes public. And do you know what's also really nice to see? That they're not pushing the game as hard as they did with Battlefield 4. Perhaps this is EA's hype train just not going as fast as it did, and I have to say I really appreciate that because it doesn't feel like the game is being shoved down anybody's throats, and it doesn't feel like they're forcing you to make a decision. It's there if you want to play it. Hardline looks like, for me, a fantastic infantry-focused game to play. For other people, they might not like it, but it's really good to see that they're not forcing people to try and play this game. I really respect that. But there we go, that is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you could leave me a rating, that'd be fantastic, and comments are always appreciated. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.